In this video, I'm going to throw more light on multiplication and division of algebraic expression. Alright, now let's start with the following examples. Alright, so we can pause the video and give them a try. Okay, now let's start with the first one. We are given 2 times AB times 3A squared B. So we have to multiply. So how do we do that? Okay, so let's be very careful here. Okay, we have 2AB times 3A squared B. Okay, to do this, first of all, let's observe the numbers. Okay, we have 2 here and we have 3 here, and the letters are also here. Okay, so what we will do here is very simple. Let's multiply the numbers. So 2 times 3, that will be 6. Okay, and then the next thing will be the letters. So if the letters are the same, we only perform indices. I'll leave a link under this video which talks about indices. Alright, so we have a here, a squared. So if I multiply, I'll just add the powers. Remember this side is 1, so that will be a cube, or a to the power of 3. And we have b times b, and of course we have 1 here, 1 there. B, 1 plus 1, 2, b squared. So the correct answer for the first one is 6a cube b squared. That's the answer. Now let's look at the second one. So this one is division. So if it is division, it's the same as making this way. 35x squared y on 7x y squared. So we just divide. Now 7 here 1, 7 3 21, 7 4 28, 7 5 35. Okay, so the numbers are gone. So we have 35 on 7. So we are done with the numbers. We have 5. So let's look at the letters. Remember, we have x squared against x. So this one will move 1. We're left with x. And we have y on y squared. So this one is division. So we only subtract the powers. So that will be 1 minus 2. That will be y minus 1. So we have y exponent minus 1. We have this. So y 5x y exponent negative 1, which is the same as 5x over y. So this one is the same as this. Okay, now let's look at the third one. So the third one is not different from the first one. So we have 3 here, 2 here, 4 here. So 3 to 6, 6 4 24. So we have 24, 24. Okay, and we have a squared, a. Okay, so that will be a cube. We have b, yeah, b there, b squared. We have only c, so 24 a cube b squared c. Okay, so let's look at the IV part. So the IV part, we have a fraction times another fraction. Okay. Now let's check if the numbers can cancel out. So no. If that's the case, then we multiply the numerators and do same to the denominators. So we have 3 times 5. So 3 5 will be 15. Okay. So we have x squared y a. So x squared y a. And we have 7 4 28. 28 here. And the letters m squared n, m cubed. So the m squared, multiplying this one, I'll get m to the power of 5, and this side will be n to the power of 3. Alright, so m to the power of 5, n to the power of 3. So we have this. Okay. Now like this video, then subscribe, okay, which will help the channel to grow. Alright. This time we will consider the algebraic fractions, okay? So let's observe this. X minus y five plus. So let's observe the following, okay? And then have another one. Okay, so these are algebraic fractions. So let's see how we can address them. So we have x minus y on 5 plus 5x on 2. So how do we deal with this? Okay, so we need to find the LCM, this and that. So the LCM will be straight away 10. Okay, we have the LCM as 10. So 5 here, 2. We then multiply the 2 by the numerator. So 2 multiplying by x minus y. Very careful. I did this because the 2 will multiply the binomial here. Okay, so we have addition sign here, 2 here, 5. So 5 times 5x. So we have 2x minus 2y plus 25x on 10. So can we group like terms here? Yes, 25, 2, that would be 27. So we have 27x minus 2y on 10. All right. Now, can you try the II? Okay. So pause the video and give it a try. M minus n on 3 minus 7m on 2. So how do we go about that? How do we simplify? Now, don't forget the LCM here is 6. So have 6 as LCM. So 3 into the LCM is 2. 2 times the numerator will be 2 multiplying by that. Remember the negative sign. We have the minus sign here. And the 2 into the LCM will be 3 multiplying by 7m. So you have this. Alright, now let's go ahead as we expanded. So we have 2m minus 2n minus 7 3 21 on 6. So from here, 2m minus 21, that will be minus 19. So we have minus 19 m minus 2n on 6. Okay, so that's the answer. All right. Now let's go ahead as we solve more examples. Okay. Simplify this. 3a minus b on 10 plus 3b on 5. So let's find the LCM. The LCM here is 10. 10 here 1. So 1 times the numerator also give us the same thing. Plus here 5 here 2. 2 times that will be 6b. So let's go ahead as we group like terms. So remember we have minus b here. So minus b against this one will be 5b. So we have 3a plus 5b on 10. So that's the final answer. Okay. Now let's talk about the following. Okay, so let's observe the following. Okay. So we have 5ab on 3 times 2b on 7. Now, let's be very careful here. Unlike the addition or the subtraction where you find LCM, this one is multiplication. So if there is no way we can cancel out, the only way will be multiplying the numerators as well as the denominators. Okay, so that will be 5ab times 2b. Don't forget the numbers will multiply. So we have 10. A, we have only 1. So b times b, b squared. 7, 3, 21. So we have this 10 ab squared on 21. Now let's talk about the II. So same thing here. We can't cancel out. So 3, 5, 15, the numerators. Then we have x squared y a. A here, y, x squared. And 4, 7, 28. M squared, m cube, m to the power of 5. N here, n squared. So that will be n cube if I multiply them. Okay, so there is nothing here to cancel. So the answer remains as that. All right. Now let's look at how to find values of a variable which make an algebraic fraction undefined. Okay. Now this one is very simple. Okay. Now algebraic fraction of the form now f of x on g of x, okay, is said to be undefined if the denominator, okay, if the denominator g of x equals to 0. So if this one is equal to 0, the expression here will be undefined. That's the meaning. All right, so we are going to look at the values of x that will make the expression here undefined. All right, so let's look at example 1 and see how best we can. So we have to find the values of x which make the following undefined. Okay, so let's observe the following. we have to find the values of x which make the following undefined. Remember, for an algebraic expression to be undefined, okay, the denominator should be equal to 0. So for this one to be undefined, 3x must be equal to 0. So when I divide both sides by 3, 0 over 3 will still be 0. So when x equals to 0, the expression here will be undefined. Okay, so the value of x that will make this undefined is 0. So what about the second one? The second one says 5 on x minus 2. So I'll just equate x minus 2 to 0. Therefore, x equals 2. Now, when x is 2, if I put 2 here, 2 minus 2 is 0. So if this side is 0, everything will be undefined. So it means the value of x that will make this expression, okay, undefined is 2. So this side is 2. And this side is 0. Okay. So go ahead and then try the following. Okay, so just pause the video and then give this a try. Okay, find the values of x which make the following undefined. So remember the rules for an algebraic function, okay, to be undefined. The denominator of that expression must be equal to 0. So just equate this one to 0, the denominator. So we have the first one as x minus 2, x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay, so this one is called zero product. So when we have a times b equal to 0, it means a equal to 0 or b equal to 0. So this one is the zero product. So we have x minus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 3 equal to 0. So the first one will be x equals 2. Then the second one will be x equals minus 3. So these values, okay, will make the first expression undefined. So when x is 2 and when x is minus 3. Now let's verify. Now when x is 2, if I put 2 here, the first bracket will be 0 and 0 times the next bracket will be 0. So everything will be 0. Therefore, this one will be undefined. And the next solution is negative 3. If I put minus 3 here and put minus 3 here, this side will be minus 5 and this side will be 0. So 0 times minus 5 will make this undefined. I hope you are getting my argument. Okay, so that's that. Now let's look at my I. So this one is product. So it means x plus 5 equal to 0. So this one is the same as the 0 product. So x equal to 0 or x plus 5 equal to 0. So that will be x equals minus 5. So we have x equals to minus 5, then x equal to 0. Now let's verify. If I plug in 0 here, if this side is 0, it will be 0 times this. So 0, 0, this side will be 5, this side will be 0. 0 times 5 is 0. And therefore, this one will be undefined. And then the negative 5 minus 5. So minus 5 plus 5 will be 0. 0 times minus 5 will still be 0. So whichever way, you get 0. So the values of x that will make this undefined is x equals 0 or x equals minus 5. And the last one, write the answer under the comment section below. Okay, 7 on x. If indeed you are following, just write the answer. Which value of x will make this expression undefined? All right, factorization. Okay, now this one is very simple. When you have ab plus a and you're asked to factorize, okay, so this one is very simple. Look at the common terms here. So we have a here, a there. So we just take a out. If I do that, I will have it b plus 1. So make sure in going back, you get the original or the mother expression. So a times b is ab, a times 1 is a. So this one has been factorized. Okay, that's the meaning. All right, so let's apply the same analogy, okay, to the following examples. So we have 1 ay plus ax minus bx, abc plus abd. Ay plus 18ax. Okay, so let's observe this one carefully. How do we factorize this? So the first one, ay plus ax. So this one we see a as common here, so a out, y plus x, as simple as that. And we have x here, so x out, we have a here minus b. So we have ab, okay, ab out, so ab, we'll have with c, now we'll have with d here, so b plus ab, c plus d. Okay, so at times you get numbers like this, but situation like this, check if the higher number, okay, is divisible by the smaller number. So we know 3 times 6 is 18, so we can take 3 out, so we have 3 out, okay. And let's check the letters. We have a here, a there, so a, okay, bracket. So 3 has been taken off here, so I'll leave it y plus. So 3 here, 6, 3, 6, 18, a is out, we have x. So in going back, this time that will be this, and this time that 3, 6, 18, ax. All right. Subscribe to this channel for more exciting videos like this. All right. Thanks for watching.